Internet, it's S. Welcome back to another video of Media Morals.
Hello, Internet, I'm M.
And I'm S.
And welcome to Media Morals.
Today I'm going to be kind of talking and reflecting about how my challenge went where I was trying to avoid single-use plastics for a week. Last week I really focused on trying to not consume as much single-use plastic, and so I just kind of want to reflect about the process, how well I think it went, what are some things I'm taking away from it, what I can improve on, and what I want to do going forward. Okay, so first off, I want to say that I think it did really make a big impact, but I wasn't as successful as I wanted to be. And so I'm going to talk about 3 of the main things that made it so difficult for myself. One of them is that I'm fortunate enough to have my mom make a lot of my meals for me, and so like when I'm home she makes dinner for my family, and since she was buying the ingredients for the meals, I'm sure she bought a lot of the produce in plastic bags, which is definitely not part of my single-use plastic elimination plan. So that's something that I didn't have as much control over, but I was definitely still benefiting from single-use plastics. Another thing that was really hard for me is when I went out with like my friends to do stuff. My friends and I went to karaoke one day, and I thought, oh, this would be easy, we're just singing, there's no single-use plastics here. But then after, we decided to go to Yogurtland, and I did not come prepared, so I did use the bowl there, and I took the spoon home so I can reuse the spoon, but that's still single-use trash that I did use. I guess the right thing I would have done was not get any froyo, but it's really hard when you're with your friends. So that was another thing that was really hard for me. And then the third thing was when I was buying things for other people. This past week I actually went to buy a present for my friend's birthday. I bought her these cool pens, but the thing is that packaging was in plastic, and I didn't want to like hold off buying it just because of the challenge. I wanted it to be as realistic as possible, but that does show that even if you're not buying it for yourself and you're buying a present for someone else, if there's plastic involved, most likely it's going to become trash right after they open it. Obviously there's a ton of great presents that don't involve it, but this was something I was willing to kind of compromise or sacrifice. Another thing I noticed was that when I was doing this, I snacked a lot less throughout the week, because a lot of snacks like granola bars, rice crackers, candy, they all come in plastic packaging, and so by eliminating single-use plastics, I snacked a lot less and I ate healthier. Like I ate more fruits because of that. So I think that's actually a good change into my lifestyle, because most of the time these snacks are not healthy, or there's no benefit to eating them besides like snacking if you're bored or hungry. One of my friends, she's pretty environmentally conscious, and so I asked her to share one piece of advice that she implements.
A tip I have is to be a conscious consumer and actually see what you're buying, see how much packaging there is, if you'll actually use it for a long time and you won't throw it away after like 6 months.
Yeah, eat apples. Apples are good for you.
Use Tupperware containers, reusable, no waste.
When you poo, don't use too much toilet paper.
So overall, I think this challenge really did have a lot of positive benefits, and I don't see anything besides maybe the inconvenience that has a real negative. So I know this challenge was only a week, but just because the challenge is over doesn't mean I want to revert back to using all this plastic and waste. Like obviously I want to be more environmentally conscious in general. So moving forward, I still want to be really mindful about the amount of plastic I consume, and not just plastic but also waste in general. And so I think I would recommend this challenge. Even if you aren't entirely successful, it's great to kind of recognize how much plastic you really are using every single day, because even when I couldn't control it, or I decided to buy the pens for my friend, I was still aware and I was thinking about, oh, this is going to become trash pretty soon. So that kind of thinking would probably help me in the future making other purchases that I might not need. And another thing, just from even filming this outside, I've kind of realized how much I really enjoy being outside. This is where my biology class in freshman year, we used to come outside to this spot, kind of just have a time to reflect and be in nature with our own thoughts. And so I thought it was a great spot to come when there's no annoying background noises. It's really relaxing, and That's something I just appreciate from being outside more. And I think with high school and its competitive nature and everything, I've spent like a ton of time indoors studying or doing homework, and it's nice to remember to get outside, going on a hike with your friends, that kind of thing. And a lot of those activities that involve being outside, they don't require plastic. So those are great alternatives to going shopping with your friends or other kind of habits that result in a lot of single-use plastic. I hope everyone can just become more planet friendly, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye, Internet!